Ascent Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents 5 Gears, How to be Present and Productive When There Is Never Enough Time, by Jeremie Kubicek and Steve Cockram. Narrated by Darren Stevens. Publisher's note: this audiobook has bonus material. Please contact whomever you purchased this audiobook from to request the material.
Jeremie dedicates this book to Kelly, Addison, Will, and Kate. You 4 make life amazing. Thank you for being for me as I am for you. Steve dedicates this book to Helen, Izzy, Megan, and Charlie. Thank you for your incredible patience and love as I've slowly learned how to connect more effectively with each of you. Introduction. You're here, but you're really not here. You are with me, but you're somewhere far away. Have you ever heard those words before, or possibly spoken them to someone else? Every day, millions of people are negatively impacted by the inability of a person to connect appropriately and to be present. Social miscues, the lack of emotional intelligence, and busyness stifle the growth of people and the progress of organizations. Additionally, millions of people suffer the consequences of divorce or abuse because people close to them have never learned how to properly connect with one another. Whether from a boss or a coworker or a family member, people put up with far too much drama because one person doesn't understand how to shift gears and become present. Being present is an art form. People can actually learn how to connect well. While some people are naturally good at it, others struggle mightily. Yet those who practice can become masters at being in the right gear at the right time. These are people who know themselves and lead themselves and benefit from the influence and respect that follows. We are tired of seeing people run over others, tired of dads and moms not being present with their children. We consistently see the disconnections of bosses from those they lead, and the lack of awareness that comes from busy adults married to their tasks and missing the point and their lives. These behaviors are precisely why we have written this book. The world is going through unparalleled cultural upheaval right now, and we want to provide practical solutions that transform behavior in adults who have begun to become self-aware of their disconnected lives and trade them in by learning the art of being present. Relational intelligence is the future competitive advantage for leaders. In the new world, the capacity to establish, develop, and maintain key relationships both inside and outside your organization is going to become the primary currency of leadership influence. Relationships are more important than ever. Be honest about your relational reality. Do you know what it's like to be on the other side of you? Do you know how to connect with people in every social context? Are you easy to connect with in your work setting? Do people like being around you? Are you able to be physically and emotionally present with people even when you have tight deadlines? Do you always have to win? Have you truly ever experienced being present with someone else? Do you know how to slow down enough to hear what someone else is saying? These are the questions that will differentiate the leaders of the future. IQ and hard skills are essential, but they are no longer enough. When you learn to grow your relational competency, the ability to connect with others and be present, then you will be able to build long-term relationships and obtain a world of opportunity that most will miss. 5 Gears is a power book. It has the power to, if implemented, literally transform the relationships of those you love the most and help you become a significant leader at work and in your community. It is a simple but deep metaphor that is sticky, practical, and usable if you take the time to insert the language and use the system in all 5 circles of influence: personal, family, team, organization, and community. If you can admit to the areas in your life where you tend to disconnect, and if you are willing to deal with them, then you are on your way. If you are willing to acknowledge your lack of presence in the lives of those around you, and if you are willing to reorder your days to become significant through the power that lies with the 5 gears, transformation will be yours. This resource will help you learn how to be present in the lives of those you live with or lead. Learn how to shift gears in order to connect well. Increase your influence as you become more self-aware about yourself and others. Create a system for communication in teams, families, and organizations. Eliminate drama that comes from busy lives and self-absorption. Experience peace because you are engaged, connected, and present. We believe that the emotionally relevant and relationally connected person has a competitive advantage over others, simply because the socially awkward, relationally disconnected person misses so much opportunity in their everyday, task-driven world. Our goal is to help you fully experience the joys of leading and living well. We hope to help you become significant and memorable in all areas of your life, and we have created a metaphor and a concept called the 5 Gears that we are using and sharing with thousands of people around the world. The metaphor is based on a manual stick-shift transmission, with each gear correlating to a corresponding behavior that people shift into at certain times and with certain people. The goal of the metaphor is to help you create a language with actual symbols that are used to change the way you live and lead. Is this a leadership book? Yes. However, it is more than that. It is a book for everyone. We have found that this book is as helpful for the stay-at-home mom who wants more for her family as it is for the professional woman trying to balance work and life. This system is as powerful for the busy executive who desires to manage work-life balance issues as it is for students and youth desiring to become the leaders of the future. The 5 Gears concept was born out of our own failures and strengths. The very idea was created out of observation. Why do we do what we do? Why, at times, would Jeremie have a hard time personally recharging or staying focused long enough to complete a task? Or why would Steve shift into work mode and miss the opportunity to connect fully with someone he is meeting with? In our own business, Giant Worldwide, we began to apply this concept regularly to help the leaders we were serving reconnect with their families, or to help them create a new language to handle work-life balance, or to give them a system to become more effective with their teammates at work. Simply put, we have taken our own inability to connect well or be present and have created a new language and a system that will allow you to experience the same breakthroughs that we, along with thousands of leaders, have experienced. To give you a taste of what could happen, we thought it best to share a story of how 5 Gears has impacted the life of an HR executive named Heather, and how it continues to help her create a language and system for growth, both at work and at home. Though some of the vocabulary in this story may seem unfamiliar at first, we are laying the groundwork for your own personal revelation by showing you right away how the 5 Gears leads to transformation. Her words will define and describe what could happen to you in all your relationships when you implement the ideas in this book into your life. My name is Heather, and I want to share the story of how the 5 Gears has helped me make a really critical discovery about myself, something that should have been common sense but wasn't. I was failing to spend much time in 1st gear recharge and 2nd gear connect in my life. No wonder I have been so tired and frustrated. And no wonder I gained back the 50 pounds I lost back in 2010. I wasn't taking the necessary time for me. I was operating mostly in 4th gear task and 5th gear focus mode in all circles of influence and in all situations and circumstances. This tool has changed my life. It allowed me the opportunity to really take a long look in the mirror to see what it has been like to be on the other side of me. I'm a wife, a mother to 2 young daughters, ages 5 and 8, a daughter, a friend, an executive, a community member, a Christian, and a board member, to name a few roles. I found myself pretty constantly operating in 4th and 5th gears in each of these roles. The result, aside from being completely exhausted, was that I was failing to really connect with the people in my life, especially my family. I realized this and took accountability for it. No wonder my marriage was falling apart. No wonder my husband didn't even want to hear about my day or my work. No wonder my kids were bored and starting to act out. I wasn't connecting with
Sample complete. Ready to continue?